Hi, it's Barbie, and welcome to the middle of the road. So today, first off, I want to apologize for everybody if you have started following me, subscribed. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate it very, very much. The fact that you are is a blessing to me, and I truly, truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. I did not video or put out anything over the last week because where I was located, I had gone on a little camping trip. I wasn't thinking that my signal was going to be that low. I also didn't realize I was going to be that high up in the mountains. So, I apologize. But I know that we've got some things to get caught up on. And today, let's just talk about the latest thing with the whole Russia thing. We have a new guy on the list. His name is Sergei. Sergei Gore is his name. He's a Russian asset. And he has been the gentleman who is vetting everyone that gets hired in the White House. We've got Russia picking out the people that are handling our top security things. Our secretaries, our whatevers, our pages, our whatevers, they're all being vetted by Russia, basically. I mean, that's what it comes down to. The dude has Russian name, Russian asset, Russian email addresses, Russia. I'm telling you, it's all there. And which I find very funny. And also, especially since I think it was the second show or something, that I think that Trump is a Russian asset. I mean, again, you don't have to be stupid to realize that the dude has been trying since 1987. Most of you weren't even born back then. But since 1987, he's been trying to get Trump Tower in Moscow. I know it. I remember the original article with him with all the little cute buildings in the back and stuff. Him and Ivana. Yeah. I remember all that stuff. And then as soon as he gets this time, since they've got Project 2025, which, here's the funny thing. The Federalists actually think that they're in charge of this, and that, no, they're not really in charge of it. It's Russia that's actually in charge of it, but their destruction of the American society, as it is now, is going to go along with Russia's major plan, which is to take us down, just to destroy us from the inside. So, but anyway, beyond that. Okay, so you've got an official Russian asset in the White House. I find this funny. I find it funny with the whole background check thing, but we'll get into that with Kristi Noem in a minute. Okay, so let's go back with the Russia thing. So now not only do we have Russian assets in the White House, possibly two or more, who knows? I mean, let the Jumanji games begin, right? But now we're talking about tactical nukes. So now Trump has come out and indicated, I don't want to say he said yes, he's indicated that he is willing to use a tactical nuke in Iran. Now, here's where I think the dude is getting his ass in a crack. All right, so he made Putin happy whenever he took the bombs from Ukraine and gave them to Israel instead. That made Putin happy. Putin knew that he wasn't going to have those bombs coming towards him, right? But then Israel takes those bombs and I'm laughing about this because I find it so funny when you're just seeing people stab each other in the back over and over. It's nearly like a Stephen King novel, you know? So he takes the bombs and he bombs Iran with. And then Trump comes up and says that he's going to do indicates that he may possibly do a tactical nuke on Iran. Well, Iran and Russia are buddies. And so Putin has told Trump to back off. And Trump doesn't seem to be backing off. But see, here's another problem that Trump's made. is that when Trump got into office back in January, he took down our monitoring of the northern border. So anything that comes to us from Russia, we're not going to see coming. Our little honey is just hanging out there. It's just hanging out there, flapping around in the breeze. Russia could send drones over here. Russia could send tactical nukes over here. Russia could do a lot of things to us right now because we wouldn't get a warning. And I know about the warning thing because my ex-husband was Air Force and he kind of worked in that field. Not detailed. I don't know any detailed. I just felt protected knowing that we were monitoring all that. And we're not now. I don't feel protected anymore. So I'm wondering how that one's going to turn out, considering that he's not backing off, and he's not backing off, and they're not backing off. And, of course, you know, Trump's lying to everybody. He had nothing to do with the Pakistan thing. He had nothing to do with the India thing. The man talks out his ass more than anything. But, anyway, let's move on to our next subject. Kristi Noem. It has been reported by Axios this last Sunday, June the 15th, that Kristi is already $1 billion over budget. Already. Now, Goldman, during the congressional hearings, Goldman stated to her that she was going to be broke by July. She's already beat that. She has no money left. She has overdrafted her account by $1 billion. How in the hell do you overdraft an account by $1 billion? Oh, and let me tell you about the people she's hired who do not have background checks, who are not licensed law officers. They're not licensed law officers. They have not been trained as a law officer. They have no credentials as a law officer. These people, most of these ICE agents now, are January 6ers, Proud Boys, and, what was the other one? Oh, bounty hunters. Yeah. Not licensed law officers. Now, a bounty hunter does have some rules and regulations, but very few. Right? They can just bust down your door and do whatever in the hell they want to do and ask for forgiveness later. So that's who she's hired. Now, here's the funny thing is that these people have not gone through background checks. Me as a realtor, I had to go through 20 years. I was a realtor. And during that time, I was also a loan officer. I've had to go through background checks on every single state that I've been licensed in. I had to go through FBI background checks. I had to get fingerprinted. I even one time applied for a position that I had to have a DOD background check. Passed them all. Have no problem with that. Clean as a whistle, as I was told. But the point being is that I had to do that to sell a freaking house. One house. I had to go through all of that just to sell a house. And yet, you are getting unlicensed, unregulated, deviants out there on the street to attack American citizens that are not only their lawlessness, right? Just general lawlessness. Let's talk about the assaults on people. I've seen numerous people being thrown down to the ground, and it didn't matter if they were old, didn't matter if they were young, didn't matter. What I'm wondering is what's going to happen when you throw one of these old ladies down on the ground and she breaks a hip. Because then your ass is going to be in for it. Don't you think? I think that that's cause for somebody to get sued, considering you don't really have the credentials to put up with it. But hey, so let's see that there's child endangerment, because just recently they left a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old in the back seat of the car when they took their parents. Left the babies in the middle of the damn street in the car. Just drove off. It's because you don't have police officers here. You don't have law enforcement officers here. These ICE officers are not... They are not legal. They're illegal as hell. You may be hired by ICE, but you're not qualified to do the jobs that you're being hired to do because you don't know how to do it. We don't, as law officers that I know throughout my life, they would never in a million years think about leaving a baby in the back of a damn car. They would call in CPS and have Children's Protective Services come in and take the babies so that the babies were still considered to be in safe hands. You're not doing that. You're being cruel. You're being unusually harsh. It's unforgivable. So when I say, I put out there that I think we should shame these people, I absolutely do, because they're not legit. They're not legit. Legit means that you've done the training, you've done the background checks, you've done all the stuff, and you're qualified to do the job that you're doing. This isn't qualified. Yeah. The baby thing really gets me. So we just won't go there. Oh, and the next thing on Christy now. I'm wondering, okay, because this doesn't really quite make sense to me. I'm not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be a doctor. But, Christy Num had to recently be picked up by an ambulance because of an allergic reaction that she had. The day before her allergic reaction, she was at a biomedical facility with Junior and a few other people. If you have an allergy attack that is so bad that you get taken to the emergency room, that you get taken by ambulance, not just, oh, we better get you to the hospital, oh, here's an EpiPen, da-da-da-da-da. Most people, that EpiPen, you get in the car, your friend drives you to the emergency room so you can double check that you're okay, right? That's not what happened. She got taken by ambulance and then only left in there one night. Now, in a person of her position, you would have thought that they would have taken a few more precautions, because considering she's not back at work yet, she must have really had a bad attack. Or there's something else going on and they're not telling us. Maybe she accidentally got a hold of one of those little vials or picked up something she wasn't supposed to have picked up, or went and popped the top on something she wasn't supposed to have done, because these people are not exactly working with a full encyclopedia, if you get my meaning. So I kind of wonder about that. We'll have to wait and see how that one turns out. And then the last thing I do want to talk about today, which after me being up in the mountains, this has really kind of hit home for me. But they are now talking about getting rid of 3 million acres of our land, of our federal lands. One of the places like where I camped this last week, up in the mountains, beautiful trees, hasn't been contaminated by sheetrock and concrete and all of that good stuff. It's just trees and nature and birds. It's the way that our country was before we all came along to destroy it. It's something that we have counted on as one of our national treasures. And now they're talking about selling it. And you know who they're going to be selling it to. They're going to be selling it to the timber industry. They're going to be selling it to the mining industry. So it's going to be stripped of trees and then stripped of minerals, and then it's going to be ugly. And it's going to look like, I don't know, maybe a Mad Max movie. Like I said, we live in Jumanji now. We are living in the game every day. But we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep protesting. We're going to keep raising our voices, because they cannot do this unless we submit. They cannot do this unless they try to make us quiet. And I'm not going to be quiet. My grandparents would kick my ass if they were alive and I was quiet. We believe in this country too much. My grandfather was in the Army. My dad was in the Army. My uncle was in the Air Force. My ex-husband was in the Air Force. We gotta fight. Anyway, all right, well, I should have a good list by tomorrow. The game changes on a minute by minute basis, and we'll have new stuff to talk about then. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Do your best to try, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.